Hey there. So, are you so overwhelmed with all the supplements on the market? Don't know which ones to take, when to take them, and for what? So, we wanted to really just jump on and sort of clarify some things for you around supplements. So, I spent about 19 years in the professional supplement realm, looked at, countless product comparisons, over the counter and professional. And I'm confused sometimes. So I know how overwhelming it can be for a lot of you. So we just want to clarify a couple things. And first where I want to start is, whole food supplements are definitely kind of our main focus in our nutrition practice. We do use some synthetics, but we try not to. Because we ultimately want to feed the body, right? We were only ever intended to get nutrition through food. And if you can't get organic whole foods, then you want to take organic whole food supplements. So that's kind of what we stick to. We really stick to supplements that have a proprietary blend of foods. So we're real, there's some, products on the market where, and in vitamin C, I think I see this often where they have high doses of ascorbic acid, maybe 500 milligrams to 1,000, and then they'll throw some rose hips in there and call it whole food. You want the nutrients that you're taking coming from the whole food, right? You don't want a synthetic with a little bit of whole food. Does it help? Sure, absolutely. But vitamins work in synergy, right? So we can't isolate certain components of food, reproduce them synthetically, and expect them to have the same function on the body. So if you look at the ingredients in a carrot, there's probably 250 some ingredients in a carrot, right? Someone made the executive decision that beta carotene was the most important one. But while it's important, it's really not the most important. All those 250 nutrients really work together to give you a synergistic effect of that food. And it's just like the body doesn't operate separately. It's the same concept. We've kind of minimized in medicine or compartmentalized to just specific glands, right? There's so many specialties, but everything affects everything in the body. And it's just like that with food. God really made this perfect plant, and we were supposed
Yeah.
to eat the whole plant and not isolate one nutrient. So, we really try to use whole foods. Carrie, you want to talk a little bit just about, how we use it in the beginning, foundationally, and, what we use?
Yeah, sure. So on this topic of supplements, we did talk more about this in detail on a recent podcast. So we'll link that below in this the description of this video in case you want to check that out. Um, but we really try to use supplements, obviously, alongside diet and movement and lifestyle things, such as first morning light and blocking blue light at night. Like, there's so many things that go into creating a really strong health foundation. And so supplements are just one of those. And I think sometimes we can get super hung up on, well, gosh, I'm just too busy to eat well, so I'm just going to throw in a multivitamin and call it a day. That just doesn't work. Truly, like, I mean, you might be somewhat better off depending on what the multivitamin it is, I guess, from adding that in, but it's not necessarily a fix. And what we typically try to do is optimize diet, lifestyle, and then use supplements as an enhancement to that to really focus specifically on what the client needs at the time. And that is one reason why I am passionate about one-on-one work, which so many in this industry don't do anymore because it's time consuming and it can be messy, and it's tough sometimes because there are a lot of complex issues that are, that people are experiencing. However, I do feel like that is the absolute best approach, is to look at someone, that's coming to us with issues and give them specific recommendations for them, not just blanket recommendations that would be good. If you have hormonal balance or if you have digestive issues, right? We're like saying, this is exactly what you need for where you're at right now based on so many different things. And to me, that's where the Lord's led me. And I feel like that's probably where he's going to keep me, because I think that's what people need people that he's gifted in these ways to help support their body, to walk alongside them during, times of need, when they have physical issues going on. And so I'm really thankful, as I know Jen is, that he's called us to do that, because it really is an honor.
Yeah. And we just want to emphasize, like, sometimes when you think you might need a nutrient, you can create other nutrient imbalances.
Yeah,
Everything is
that's true.
super interdependent, especially with minerals. And I saw this a lot with COVID. Everybody, zinc was important. So
Mhm.
everybody was taking zinc, and it threw off their copper levels, it threw off their iron levels, and other things too. And so remember, when that's the other thing that we do have a lot of training in, is the interdependent workings of all those nutrients and how they
Yeah,
work together. And that's why it's best to really get someone to help you, support you in the journey, that understands how they all interact,
right.
because you can create other problems if
That's
you're
true.
just supplementing blind. So we
Yeah.
use many modalities to help direct us with supplementation. So any questions, we'll put our quiz below. Take our quiz. It'll give you a little bit of direction about whether maybe some of your symptoms are coming from thyroid or adrenal, or maybe toxin overload. And then reach out to us. We'd love to do a discovery call and dig deeper with you. So thanks for joining us.